It's another video about Mnakwethu Happily Ever After, a reality TV show in South Africa where we follow the lives of a couple of men who have decided that they want us to be part of their polygamous journey, see the ups and downs, everything that they face in their pursuit of polygamy, or rather as they embark on this life of being polygamous man. And once again, just like my previous episode, I am still talking about the Qondanisa situation. So in my previous episode or video, I was talking about Qondanisa and wife number 1, Mnakwethu. But in this episode, I'm going to be talking about Qondanisa and wife number 2, Samatha. Why? Because I don't think she really is his wife. Maybe his fiancée, but I don't think she's his wife. Anywho, let me introduce myself. Hello, hi, I am Lungile. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Okay, so some of the stuff I'm about to say might be a repetition from my previous video. I am still talking about the same man here. So yes, we met Qondanisa in the show called Mnakwethu about, 5 years ago. Mnakwethu is like the parent show of this show. This show, Mnakwethu Happily Ever After, is like a spin-off of Mnakwethu. So when we met him on Mnakwethu, he was a young Maskandi aspiring artist who stayed somewhere in Johannesburg, who fell in love with this lovely lady, Samatha, and he had a wife, Mnakwethu, back in the rural areas. That's what we were led to believe, that Mnakwethu was in the rural areas. He already had, I believe, 2 kids with Mnakwethu, his wife. And he wanted Samatha to be his second wife. So he wanted to introduce her to first wife, Mnakwethu. And Samatha was excited about the prospect of being the city wife. His idea was that Samatha's going to be his city wife and Mnakwethu is going to be his wife for back home in the rural areas. It's like, yeah, this man has everything planned out, hey? But turned out Mnakwethu wasn't based in the rural areas. She was also living somewhere else in Johannesburg. But this is not about Mnakwethu. So yes, on that episode, Samatha was full of attitude. She was very cheeky. You could tell that she wants this man, whether Mnakwethu says no or not. In this situation, Mnakwethu was forced to say yes. And then we move over to Mnakwethu Happily Ever After season 1. As I make this video, the show is now on season 3. All these years, these 3 people have been part of the show. We have been witnessing their tumultuous, messy, polygamous situation. So anyways, we met Samatha on season 1. And she now gets along with Mnakwethu. Okay, whatever. They had their ups and downs, she and Qondanisa. But it is season 2 that, Pap just kept hitting the fan. Things just kept getting messy and messy. And by that time, you can tell, like, the disillusionment that Samatha had about whatever role she was going to play in Qondanisa's life, whatever she thought Qondanisa was or going to turn out to be in the near future, it wasn't materializing, I think Samatha wanted to be part of this polygamous situation with Qondanisa because she really believed that he might be a successful Maskandi artist. And all these years later, he still hasn't, made it in that music industry. And now she's really, really frustrated. Even with the previous season 2, she was frustrated. Another thing that she was frustrated with was the fact that Qondanisa never stopped being unfaithful to her and the first wife. Qondanisa still kept acquiring more and more girlfriends. And I believe with the end of the previous season 2, Qondanisa introduced us to the lady he wanted to make wife number 3. Yeah, that's the situation that Samatha put herself in. So in the last season, Samatha was pregnant. And Samatha was living with her friend, as she told us, her best friend by the name of Diaz. And that just caused the biggest problems for her relationship with Qondanisa because, number 1, Qondanisa hated the fact that Samantha lives with the man. Qondanisa did not want Samantha living with Diaz because, he was suspicious that more than just friendship is going on between Samantha and Diaz. And Samantha did her best to convince us, the audience, as well as Qondanisa, that no, Diaz is just her friend. And also that Diaz is gay. I think she did mention that Diaz is gay. And another thing that was happening is Qondanisa was questioning if Qondanisa, is the father of Samantha's baby. And right there on national television, Samantha informed us that there is a possibility of Qondanisa, her husband, to not be the father of the baby. Nasty. Because she, as she put it, had a one-night stand with Diaz's cousin by the name of Elias, but she never showed that she's sorry that she slept with somebody else. She never showed, she was never apologetic about it. She just said it as a matter of fact that, yeah, I slept with this man. I did what I did. Qondanisa is sleeping around too. So now we move over to this season 3. And Qondanisa has not changed his mind. He's still saying that he does not think that he is the father of Samantha's baby. Of course, by this season, Samantha has already given birth to a beautiful baby. I can't remember whether it's a girl or a boy. I don't have to. It's not my baby. And, members of their families, were having chit-chats, talks about how this baby looks like colored-ish, and therefore it's not Qondanisa's baby. When we were introduced to the baby to me looks like Samantha. So from then on, either they're having me on, either they're lying. I thought that this is Qondanisa's child and they're lying to us just for storyline, honey. Okay? And at that time, I was singing Qondanisa's song like, y'all better take that DNA test. I'm tired. I need to know what's what. And indeed, a couple of episodes back, they did go to the doctor to have a DNA paternity test to test who is the father of this baby. And on the previous episode, is it episode 9? Qondanisa is not the father. I was shocked because I had myself convinced that these people are lying to me for storyline. That they know, I don't know how, they know that I love their drama and I love it toxic. So they made up this entire storyline just for my entertainment, for my pleasure. Like, after the DNA results come out, it will be proven that Qondanisa is the dad. Because also, when you're suspecting, as a man for this long that this ain't my baby, why are you still with the woman? Are they still even together though? Or, I don't know. But honey, DNA results, Qondanisa is not the father. And Samantha. Girl, what game you playing, you nasty? What game is it's a very dangerous game, okay? I am all for showing Qondanisa flames, okay? I don't think much of Qondanisa. I think he's a little bit of an ain't shit. I don't like the man. But don't drag your child into that mess, girl. Don't fight using your child. Don't. Because let me tell you, Samantha drops a ball on us. She says she and the father of the baby, Diaz, went and did a paternity test, and she's been knowing from when the child was 3 days old that Diaz is the father. Diaz, your gay best friend / roommate from the previous season, Samantha, you lied to me like that? She's no longer talking about Elias, Diaz's cousin. Now she's talking about Diaz is the father. There was an episode where Qondanisa even confronted Diaz about his living arrangement with Samantha, about if Diaz is the father of Samantha's baby. He denied it. Talk about a side dude knowing his lane. He stayed in his lane. I hate you all. Y'all are messy. In real life, I do not advocate for cheating on your partner in any way, shape, or form. But since this is a TV show and they brought all their businesses to me for my entertainment, Shocking. Y'all are shocking, okay? But in real life, don't play with the child. Don't use the child as collateral. Don't use the child as a weapon. Never ever weaponize the child, because in the long run, it is the child that suffers. Okay? What if Qondanisa never did this DNA test, but he stayed in the child's life, but stayed resenting the child because he suspects it's not his child? That was gonna negatively impact the child. Okay? Keep the child away from Qondanisa. He is not the father. On the show, Samantha said that the father, Diaz, is doing a very good job in his role as a father. What confusion are you creating for the child? Okay? If the actual father is in the child's life, honey, let Qondanisa go, set him free, tell him the truth. Do not weaponize your child. If you are so hurt that even though Qondanisa took you as second wife, he still won't stop cheating on you, leave. She said that she took him to school. She wanted to teach him a lesson. Teach him any kind of lesson you want to teach him, but do not drag others into it. Do not drag an innocent child, okay? Life is hard enough without your mother weaponizing you with this man who's gonna just give you daddy issues, and he ain't even your daddy, Samantha. No, stop that nonsense. Fight your battles in any other way, but do not weaponize the child. Don't do that, okay? So, a child aside, I don't care that they're giving Qondanisa some hell. Give him hell. He deserves it. He created this entire mess, really. If he just sat like the good boy, married already to Mamkunu, they got 2 kids, everything would have been fine. He would have been living a peaceful life, but no, he had to go and get himself some Samantha. Well, voila. Are you enjoying your Samantha, Qondanisa? Are you happy? I'm entertained at least, and I think I'm going to end my video right here. Thank you once again for clicking on it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye.